here we are doing Project Malibu, no, Impala engine. And since I can't get up early enough in the morning to do anything, Will's dad has done most of the work already. Fans out, battery out, airbox, computer, most of the wiring harness undone, transmission bolts out, basically all the top stuff. Now it's time to crawl under the car and go to sleep. I mean, undo the rest of the stuff. And now it is starting to rain. So not only am I going to go underneath the car and go to sleep, I'm going to also use it for an umbrella. Alright, we got our terrible transmission bolt out. Got the exhaust bolts out. Got wiring undone. Hanging around everywhere. Starter off. Torque converter bolts out. So at this point in time, the only thing we have left to undo is fuel lines and power steering lines. Engine mount bolts removed. And start taking the engine out. Alright, fuel lines undone. We just took the power steering pump loose off the engine and tied it up out of the way because we're going to need to put it on that engine over there anyway. With the engine crane hooked up, and we're getting ready to start gently easing it up out of the hole and make sure we got everything disconnected. About fell off of my tire ladder I got here.
It's got to come out of that mount before.
Yeah, it gotta come off. And this thing's coming up. And it's loose of the transmission dowel pins. Stick my head down here in the hole, camera and head and everything else. See if I see anything that looks like it's pulling funny. Hang on, I'm gonna have to let's get this out of here before we break that. And the transmission dipstick tube's a little hung up around some of the stuff, so I'm gonna have to kind of keep my hand here. We're looking okay, everything back here on the back. The exhaust has come loose. The engine's coming up out of the hole. Alright, can you roll towards you a little bit? We're kind of digging in, burying ourselves into the car here.
They're not trying to stick the air conditioner compressor through the radiator.
No, well, we got plenty of room there.
Got some wire issues over here.
Alright. So we're getting pretty close. You can come ahead a little bit. Oh, that's all you can come ahead. I think the hood's gonna really end up getting us.
She's alright.
Well, you gotta come up.
Yeah, but she's going with the same plane now.
It's wedging.
Oh, it's that little plug. Oh, it's a bolt.
It's a bolt. Roll out a little bit. Alright. Hang on. Alright. And there it is. Engine out of the hole.
13400 destroyed by Colton Morris for being a fucking idiot.
You'll have to beep that out if you post this. Oh, that's nice. We've got our extension cord parking brake under the engine. Well, here's our hole where there is no engine anymore. Then here's the old engine, and there was supposed to be the donor engine, but it requires a different EGR setup. So now we're just going to take all the crap to the scrapyard. Nah, maybe not, but maybe we're just going to go drink some beer and think about it.
I'm gone.
Okay, this is pretty much stupid. I don't know, I guess you can tell. It's like pouring down rain here right now, but the sun's out. There's literally a cloud parked right over top of the house, and it's just pouring down rain. That's the most. I think it's doing it just to cause us extra grief and slow us down to getting the engine put back in this car today. It's crazy. Got a small break in the rain. We're taking advantage of that right now. We're getting the EGR stuff bolted back up to the replacement engine, the alternator, the tensioner for the belt, some spark plug wires, some vacuum lines and a few things like that, AC compressor, and an engine mount. And then we'll be getting ready to hoist this one up in there and lower it into the car. We're back. Got all the bits and pieces bolted to the engine we were trying to put back in the car, and about as soon as we rolled out the door, it started pouring down rain again. So while it's not raining, we're going to try and get this set down in here, bolted back up.
Mr. Sheehan, I got those swim gear you wanted.
Some scuba tanks. About every time we come out the door, the rain would pick up, and I actually looked up here on top of the house one time to make sure somebody wasn't sitting up there with a water hose spraying us. The pirate over here.
Fuck you. And it.
Yeah, gotta edit that. My ladder slipped on me.
Escalator?
I can come down some if you can, if you're alright on that side.
No.
Hang on, okay, hang on, don't move. Okay, that stays there, never mind.
She needs to come to you a little bit.
Well, it's up against an electrical plug right now. The back can come around to me some. Hang on, stop there a second. I'm hitting something down bottom. I'm teetering around. Engine mount. You got to pick it back up. The engine, I think that motor mount's sitting on the cradle down there. All right, that's good. We need.
What we got to do is get
We got to get the transmission.
The back has to go down while the front stays up. So pick the front up while I let the back down.
I'll have to get something to do that with.
How's that one doing?
Engine's in the hole. Fitted up to the transmission good. It's getting close to have it mostly bolted in. Got the fuel lines, most of the electrical hooked up on it. Got to set the power steering pump back in place and bolt it in. The pirate is getting ready to crawl under the car and put the torque converter bolts in and a couple other items. And we'll be down to drop the radiator in, put some coolant in it, and hopefully be firing this thing up here before too much longer. So everything so far so good right now. And we're moving right along. Got everything pretty much bolted back in and hooked up. The power steering pumps in. Everything on the alternator's hooked up. We got our belt back in. Bill's getting the battery mounted back up. We'll mount the air box and the computer back in it. Everything's looking pretty good. Everything's gone back together nicely. Haven't had any problems. It finally quit raining about the time the sun started going down. And I'm sure right here in the next few minutes the mosquitoes are going to start chasing us away.
Just in case you're in Yankee land, you don't know what the hell we're talking about, mosquitoes. Edit. I'll not hook that up yet till I
get them there wire block plugged in and computer hooked up.
Just got to go over here and you gotta get a little thing, you just stick it there.
Yeah, I gotta go dig that off the other engine.
13
on the air ratchet is the 13.
4-foot extension.
Cooling fans back in, hooked up. So we're gonna be ready to fire right here shortly. Your little buddies over there calling for more rain. Hey, look, if it gets too dark, we could always just keep videoing and use the light on the camera.
Videoing? That little computer. Stick it in 2 holes. That's what she said.
That's talent. Somebody put something in there in the way. What's for dinner?
Mosquitoes, if you don't hurry up.
I guess I need to go find something to dump in that radiator.
Water.
Straight water?
Yep.
Just leave it in there all winter?
Why not?
Why? You want to do this whole job again?
Why not? I reckon this is how they go.
I think you can mess around with it, but I think it'll only go one way.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
I think they got tabs that'll only... Snap.
What's the
Well, it feels like I spoke too soon about the rain.
What's the inch-pound torque on this specification of this here computer?
7, 10, I don't know.
Well, I know that right there.
German torque.
Good and tight.
Good and tight. All right, here we are. All buckled down, bolted in, filled up. Can't find the key. I'm getting ready to fire it up. The rain has come back. The mosquitoes have come out. In force, I might add. See that? There's like one right there. You can't see it. And getting ready to go for fire. Yep. Cross your fingers. I'm crossing mine, you just can't see it. Sounds like we got fire arcing from something. We're gonna have to check that out. Battery's about toast. There's definitely a bad plug wire on here somewhere, or loose. Well, we're gonna make a quick check of things and get a battery charger and try this again. It is currently running. It took a little bit of starting fluid to get it there and some squirt, as Will and his dad so lovingly refer to it as. We have a couple of spark plug wires we can hear making some noise, so we're gonna have to change out some plug wires, a couple little odds and ends and stuff like that. It's down to the minor things now. And just in case you ever want to go through all this trouble, you need your air compressor, the engine crane, and a box full of various tools, different size sockets, 3/8 drives, 1/2-inch drives, all sorts of impact wrenches. Well, they make life easier. Extensions. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at right now. We're wrapped up. It's been a soggy day. And we're getting ready to clean some tools up. Drink a couple beers, celebrate. So there it is, a day in the life of Beav. And been a pretty good day. Been a wet day, soaking wet, soggy and everything else. Can't wait to get home and get cleaned up and get some dry clothes on. But I'm gonna sit around here and get some tools cleaned up, listen to the tunes for a little bit, and drink a couple beers and hang out. Anyway, so for Loser Up in the Camera, make sure you like, subscribe, get your friends to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Late.